Hi everyone, Kathy here. This is video number 2 of my palette series. Today I am pretty tired and feeling pretty neutral today. So I'm going to do palette 1, which is the warm colors, the warm palette. And I will have to say, I know I said yesterday palette 2 is slowly becoming my favorite, but palette 1 is definitely my go-to palette. So Moodstruck Addiction Palette 1, it has these beautiful warm neutral tones on it. What I'm going to do today though is I'm going to do my eye, and then I'll stop the video, edit it, and then I'm going to do a second part to this series of how to take that look to a nighttime look. So I'm going to do the daytime look, make that video, and then do a second video, so look for it, okay? So it might look kind of crazy, just so you know. Okay, so I'm going to do, like I said, just a daytime neutral look. So I'm going to start by putting Elated on my eye. I'm going to use Sincere for my highlighting and in the this part of my eye. Why can I not? My tear duct. Thank you. Sorry. And then I'm going to use Brassy. And then I'm going to use, just like I always tell you, I'm going to use Forthright as my liner. And then I'll show you how to take that to a nighttime look, okay? So I am really only doing 2 brushes today, and I did bring my crease brush this time. I double checked. So I'm going to start with my liner shader brush because I do want to be able to use my liner part for the Forthright. So we're going to start with the shader side of it by putting Elated all over my eye. I already have eye primer on, of course. Elated is this very, the heck was that? That wasn't even mascara. I don't know what that was, but anyway. Elated is this very neutral, almost the color of my skin. So if I didn't have primer on, you definitely would not be able to see it. But it just kind of gives you that really good base to even your eyes out. Because if you don't have it on, then you can see all the veins. And you don't want those veins showing through your other colors. So by putting the Elated on, really all you're doing is evening out. Unless you're darker skinned than me, then it'll actually show up as a really light color. But I'm pretty light skinned if you haven't noticed. Anyway, next I'm going to use my crease brush. Love this brush. It's really, I'm going to tell you why I like it. As you can see, it's very stiff. It's very pointed, so it fits literally in your crease, okay? So I'm going to take that and I'm going to use Brassy. So Brassy is this beautiful gold. I use Brassy. If you can't tell by my last 2 videos, I'm not much of a matte only. I like to mix the two. Fun with color, if you ask me. But you can totally do just a matte look for the day and then add your shimmer as your night, or add a really dark matte to make it that smoky look. So just something to think about. So here goes. You see how much better this brush fit? If you watched my video from yesterday, it makes that V perfectly because it's so stiff. I like to then take this and pull it under just to keep that going. And when we do a smoky eye, you're really going to want to make sure you do that. See how that does is it makes a little bit of sparkle, and that's all we're looking for. I'm going to go back to my other brush, and I'm going to take Sincere, which is this next one down, and I use Sincere as a highlight often no matter what palette I'm using, or even if I'm using pigments, I will sometimes grab Sincere. I just really like Sincere. And then once again, as a blend, I go through the center just to blend it through. Okay? Simple, little bit of sparkle look for the day on the eye. Flip the brush over, take my Forthright. You could even do Chipper if you don't want something too. You can even go Zealous if you want to go with a sparkle, with a shimmer in your liner. I have a challenge to all of you. I think all of you should do your makeup using your front-facing camera as your mirror and then post a selfie of the look. You'd be amazed at how good you get at doing your makeup. I almost feel like I could do my makeup with my eyes closed now, because that's pretty much what using your camera, it's pretty small. The lighting's a little bit different, right? But here's the other thing. Talk about being able to see every single imperfection in what you're doing because it's such a close-up. It's really funny. And then I like step back and look in the mirror and I'm like, I don't even see that now. No wonder I didn't catch it when I was doing my makeup to begin with. Anyway, I digress. I just like to talk while I'm doing my makeup. You guys can hear my kids in the background. We got rid of DirecTV, so they're literally like playing demo versions of the games. It's really funny. And they think they're really playing it. And I'm just going to let them think that. Okay, anyway, so here, that eye is done. If you want, you can take your crease brush and you can smudge it with your crease brush if you want. It kind of depends on what color I have on my crease brush, whether I do that or not. But it just gives it kind of that. Hey everyone, Kathy here. I'm going to do now a look of taking your daytime eye to your nighttime eye. My nighttime eye looks kind of scary right now because it's up against the daytime eye. My lips today are a neutral ombre done with our lip bonbons, and I'm not sure I love it. I don't hate it. It's just I'm not really into a neutral lip personally. It's either nothing or all kind of for me. But anyway, I'm going to do it because I had somebody ask me about it, like how does it work with the lip bonbons, and I think it looks great with the lip bonbons. To me, I like the feel of it better than the gloss. I'm just not big into neutral lips. Anyway, okay, that's me. So we're going to use palette 1, taking our daytime look, which we use, just to remind everybody, we used Elated, we used a Brassy in the crease, and Sincere as the highlighter. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the crease brush. So all you have to throw in your purse is your crease brush and your palette. I did use a liner, as you can see, in my waterline, but you don't have to. I did it because I could, because I had it, and a liner is something simple to throw into your purse. So you can totally do that, and I'll show you what I did. But anyway, we're going to take the crease brush. We're going to take Zealous, which is the very last one over here, and it's a shimmer as well, but since we're going on top of a shimmer, we wanted to do shimmer and shimmer because the matte will pick up only some of the shimmer that's already on there, and it just doesn't look right. It doesn't smoke very well, so it's either matte with a shimmer in the crease or shimmer and shimmer. Okay, so we're just going to use just a little bit, not a whole lot, and we're going to go in the crease, but we're going to go literally like just in the crease. You want to keep it below where you put that Brassy earlier. You don't want to go as high as you did with the Brassy, because you want it to kind of be that 3-color look. And you are going to pull it into your V just a little bit, right, to give it that smoke. See that, how it's just like you can still see the Brassy on top of it? Okay, so it doesn't take much at all. It's that simple. And then we're definitely going to smoke this out. We're going to pull this down under, and look at there. So we totally smoked out the eye right there. Now if you wanted to get really fancy, you could carry your liquid liner with you, and you could do like a winged or a cat eye and get super fancy with it. But usually if you're taking it with you to go out, you don't have a heck of a lot of time, so we're just trying to keep it simple for you. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my, I used Proper because this is a very brown palette, and I didn't want to have this like a black eye with all of this brown. So I used Proper, but Proper is a really dark brown. Can you see that? It's a really dark brown. And we're just going to go in our waterline. You're going to hear my baby crying. I put him in the high chair to eat a banana, except he devours bananas. So it's not a whole lot of color it adds in the waterline. The fact that my allergies are killing me, but you can see when I close, or when I actually put it back, you can see it. Anyway, my allergies are killing me, and I just do just the corner right here, my waterline, to pull it up and even it out like that, so you don't see that that line right there. Okay, so that's daytime to nighttime, all with the same palette. So palette 1, you can do this with any of our palettes, but palette 1 gives you that really neutral look. If you have any questions, you know who to ask, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.